The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Oh boy. This day took a turn, didn't it? Drew Titan Bronze on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This Painful Excellence Podcast. Come on in, smash the like button. Like and share the video. I'd appreciate that. Goodness, man. You know, I had decided to talk about this, like what's in the title. And I'm still going to talk about it. But we all know what's conquering the news right now. Charlie Kirk was gunned down in Utah, and now there's a manhunt on the way. They don't have. Thought they had the P.E.P, but it wasn't him. He was released. He was interrogated and released. So now there's a manhunt in Utah. Oh boy, man, this is. Where are we? Where are we as a society? Where are we? I don't understand. Let's do this roll call real quick. Anwar Willis, the Brothers UK, Universal Truth, Chilltown Majors, Eric Jordan, my brother, salute. T-Dog, Amanize, the Queen, salute. Sam Mack, Shogun. Hey, Hardy, salute. In Honduras, man, enjoy that. Enjoy that, Queen. You deserve it, man. Get all that sun and relax. And if you can stay there as long as you can, please do so, because I don't know what the hell's going on anymore over here. It's crazy. Phenomenal Mexican, my brother, salute. Rampage fan. Man. To touch on the Charlie Kirk's situation, yes, I know who he is. Just go to his YouTube channel, I guess. And this guy's open for debates. He has a stance. He stands on it. You ain't gotta like him. He had a lot of weird positions people didn't agree with. I get it. I understand. And somebody took him out. I want you guys to understand something. Tay-Tay, salute. I want you guys to understand something. Maybe you have to be a content creator to understand what I'm about to say. You don't have to like his position. You don't have to like him. But you do understand where we live. And when you can get punished by way he was punished today, because no one likes what he said. The person obviously didn't like what he said. And the things that I saw online, you know, people like making fun of the situation. I'm not finna go that far. Well, Drew, he was racist, and Drew, he said this. He said, look, I get that. I get that. I would much rather him be alive and be proven wrong than to see him go out like how he went out today, because whoever did that, they just basically made him a martyr. He's going to get a street or a building named after him. His family's going to get a crap load of money for this. And he's going to be, 20 years from now labeled as one of the heroes, one of the true Americans. He's throwing out MAGA hats and everything else. Congratulations, guys. You did that. You did that. Again, he'd said some crazy stuff. And it's true that someone could say something. Someone could say something and piss you off to the point where you might want to slap them. But did y'all see the video? Did y'all see the video? Now imagine that happening and his damn family was there, man. Now, I said you have to be a content creator to understand where I'm going with this. Do you know at any point that could be any one of us? Just this morning, was there not some sort of super duper pro-black whatever type of time this fool was on? Some super militant with some group. I know the group, but I'm not going to put that group on. I'm not. The group is not going to catch any strays over something that some asshole did on my show this morning. You understand? So I'm not putting it on them. I doubt that the people in charge of that group knows that he was on a boxing channel starting trouble with a panel full of black men trying to defend a black man. He literally used my platform basically to try and build his. He used my platform to vent a gripe. And I don't even know what the fuck the gripe was. I don't know what it was. He was a weirdo. But don't worry, I took precaution. All right. You're out there on some paramilitary. You think you're paramilitary or military. You're nothing but a goddamn coward. Right? And I need you guys to understand. To celebrate what happened to Kirk, Charlie Kirk, as much as you hate him, need you to understand that could be anybody. Could be me, could be the general, could be blue blood, could be anybody. Over what? What exactly was he blicked off for? You tell me. We're in America, right? There's something called freedom of speech. All he was doing was exercising his amendment rights. You don't have to like what he says. I saw what he said. I heard a few things. I didn't agree with it. You know what I did? I turned it off. I said, I ain't dealing with this, man. Fuck out of here. And I left. I ain't gonna make 1,000 videos about it. I said, yeah, he's on some bullshit, and I just left. That's it. Eric Jordan, that Cash App. He says, for YN gonna find out the ninja sword gonna put them to sleep.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Salute, E. Brian, salute. I would rather these guys stick around to be proven wrong. You want an example of that? I've been around these YouTube streets for a long time. I've watched them come and go. I've watched the Pactards come and go. I've watched the Flomos come and go. I've seen them all come and go. They've came and they've gone. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth, and the lie's nothing but the long way to the truth. I had a 58-year-old grown adolescent. When he claimed he was 58, he says, oh, when Bud loses, close your channel. Why would I want to close my channel? My other channel is a boxing channel. I talk boxing. What are you talking about? Never saw him before. Never saw him before. Why would you want me to close my channel? I'm talking boxing. If Bud lose, he lose. I'll be talking boxing. If Canelo lose, he lose. I'll be talking boxing. Why would you want me to close my channel? You're not coming here for information and to build relationships and have a conversation about the sport. You're here to wave pom-poms and engage in arguments. It's not what I'm about. But you get such people that are immersed into their own minds. They are immersed into their own minds, and their minds are dysfunctional. A lot of these people, didn't I tell you a lot of these people have social disorders? And they're flat out crazy. I just said, I've watched a few part of debates with Charlie Kirk. Some of the things he said, I say, yeah, I agree with that. Most things he said, I didn't agree with. You know what I did? I didn't even leave a comment. I left. I just said, time to go. Time to go. And that was the end of it. But what did I tell you about these trolls that can't do that? I just blocked one just now. As soon as I go live, they show up to try and stalk me. Is that the signs of a normal person? Didn't I tell you that the show I did this morning, didn't I tell you that somebody's going to make a live about what happened on my live this morning? Didn't I tell you? And I'll be damned. Somebody did. But the nigger that did it is crazy. Growing with a soul, salute. Brian, salute. Players Ball, salute. Mac of the South, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Brian and Prince, salute. Didn't I tell you that nigga was crazy? It's crazy. You hear it in when he joins BFTV's panel. You hear it because he's crazy. He's probably listening right now. Nigger, you're crazy. You're just crazy. You can't get enough of me, which means you're crazy. I ain't got time to rehab you. I said what I said, and you just stay away from me. But he can't turn it off. He can't. And when you're dealing with people like that, the result is you get motherfuckers sniping people. All he was a Republican with an opinion. I don't care about that. You turn him off. You think he has too much power? You think he helped Trump get into office? Let me ask you a question. Why are you paying attention to what they're doing? Why didn't Dr. Cornel West get more votes? Less time worrying about what the fools say if you deem them as fools. Less time worrying about them and worried about you and what you're trying to do. How many times I told y'all, if I spent my day responding to trolls, I wouldn't get no work done. I got shit to do. Now, this person that blicked this dude off, man, Charlie Kirk, they're gonna find out who did it. They're gonna find out. I can't wait to hear his explanation as to why. And it could be anybody. It could be anybody. You need to understand, people are crazy. And to celebrate this, just know this could happen to any one of us. I've gotten death threats. Somebody put my home address in my comment section in one of my videos. That fucker went straight to the FBI. And it was resolved. And really think about this. All of this over what exactly? Because I say, hey, man, I don't like Anthony Joshua. Hey, man, Eddie Hearn's a liar. Hey, man, I don't deal with Manny Pacquiao. Hey, man, I don't like Canelo Alvarez. He a cheater. Hey, man, fuck Teofimo Lopez. Hey, man, fuck Ryan Garcia. Next thing you know, I'm getting death threats. This is what we're dealing with here. So you need to be real careful when you celebrate what happened to this dude, Charlie Kirk. I wasn't bothered by him. I watched him do one of those super panels where he's sitting there and he's hitting a button and he's debating all of these, whatever gender this is these days. Dudes sound like girls. The girls look like dudes. Everyone got purple hair and they choose the bear. All kind. He's debating all of those. It was like 50 of them. Yeah. And by the way, the person that took that shot, let me tell you something. That was military. I don't want to hear it. That was a sniper. They don't miss. He body bagged everybody in that debate. But he said something. I appreciate you, Players Ball. I appreciate it. And I love y'all too, for real. See? This is what I'm talking about right here. You see? Look at this coon. This is nothing but a coon doing this. Look at that. Look at that. Coon. Super coon. Super coon. Super coon. It's one person that wants to slurp me all 9 inches. You want me to put it in your belly. Your father failed you. Your mama should have swallowed you. And I'm working here. But the thing is, you want me to be working you from behind, which makes you an absolute weirdo. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Now back to business. The deal is this here. Did I like a lot of the things I heard from him? Fuck no. Don't care. But I turned it off. It didn't bother me. He's exercising his constitutional right. It's you weirdos that keep going back and banging on the keyboard, fussing with people in the comments section doing this. This shit is sick. You don't like it, turn it off. What is your problem? And today, someone literally took his life. I didn't know it was that serious. He's dead. Why? Why is he dead? Why is he dead? How you gonna feel if you know that it's not a black person that did it? Because the way he talked about black people. Now what? People telling me on Twitter, they blaming black people. I'm gonna be shocked if it's a black person that shot him. I don't know who did it. Could be a black person. It could be somebody from the LGBTQ elemental P. Because he gave them the business too. So for you to say, yo, I'm glad he's gone. Hey, man, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But there's motherfuckers right now, like this faggot ass nigga that I just blocked just now. If they can get away with it, they do me the same way. The exact same way. So you better be careful about what you co-sign. That's sick. That's sick. That's sick. That's absolutely sick. So you take that little rant I just did about him and you do what you want with it. You do what you want with it. People got to grow the fuck up. It's ridiculous. He wasn't a senator. He wasn't even a political. He wasn't even in politics. He was a voice. That's all he was. That's all he was. I gave him zero energy because he was typical, believe it or not. He's not the first guy to come along with a loudmouth talking crazy. There was a guy before him named Rush Limbaugh. Come on, man. Get out of here. You guys better wake up. You done fucked around and made him a martyr. Y'all understand that? There's going to be 5 more dudes just like him that's going to rise from the ashes. You know, like they said about Kevin Samuels, all these brothers that stepped up, put on suits, and women are saying, oh, all you're doing is taking his talking points. No, Kevin was taking the talking points that men have been saying over the last 50 fucking years. He just got it out there to the point where y'all were listening. So now he died, but there was while he was alive, there was a bunch of brothers coming to the forefront saying the same shit. And these women are so stupid, they're talking about, oh, you just taking his talking points. No, bitch. You just ain't been paying attention over the last 50 years. Stupid. And now there's a ton of dudes out here talking the same talk. He didn't start it. He didn't. But he passed and it ain't go away. So what the fuck you think's gonna happen now? There's gonna be 7 other dudes just like him. They're gonna be on YouTube. They're gonna be on Twitter. You didn't help the situation by peeling this dude's fucking neck off, bro. You didn't help whoever did it. You didn't help. All you did when they catch this person, all you did when this person goes on some sort of epic rant, he's going to identify or align himself with some movement. It could be BLM. It could be the LGBTQ LMNOP. It could be anybody. And they're going to take that and say, you see, this is why we don't want them around. And it's going to be a mess. Whoever did this, you're not doing anyone any favors. You know what they used to do to politicians, or, before there was the internet and social media, you know what they used to do? My dad told me this. So the politician would be talking his shit and someone would walk right up to him and get close and hit him with a pie. A pie, that's hilarious. Now you can get arrested for that. That's a form of assault depending on what state, city you're in. But it was funny. And no one's dying. Someone dead ass got an assault rifle or a sniper rifle and shot this dude in front of his kids. Okay. All right. Let me be very clear. It's something my grandma told me, and a lot of y'all niggas be 18, 19, 20 years old, and your grandparents be like 30. I mean, that's how fucked up y'all are nowadays. Let me be very clear. My grandma told me this. She said, if you plan on getting revenge, you may as well go ahead and dig 2 graves. And I didn't understand what the hell she was talking about. I was a kid. When I got older, when you're hell-bent on getting some get back, sometimes it's not worth it. You could fuck yourself up in the process. That's what she meant. Now, if they find this dude and they corner him or whatever, what are the odds he takes his own life? That always happens. We found him, but he put a bullet in his own head. And now you're leaving it up to the media to assume who he is. They're going to find his social media, every tweet, his YouTube, his Twitter, everything. 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 And now what? Yeah, 704 Joe. That's probably him in the chat right now. Niggas be gay. How many times I gotta block this homosexual ghost of Mac? How many times I gotta block him? How many times? How many times? You tell me. How many times I gotta block a ghost of Mac? Well, this is how we're going to fix this. Watch this. Watch this. Bam. Now, if this whole ass nigga types something else, he's been subscribed to me for a while. Niggas on my dick so hard they need a saddle. You put that on Pep Talk. So now you have to be subscribed to me for at least a day before you say anything. And Pardon me for my new for the new eyes on my channel. I appreciate you, but I have to do this because I'm a very popular man. I'm a very popular man, and you know, people can't do what I do, so they watch me and they comment on what I do. They're not creative. They're ugly. 11 o'clock at night. The only reason why I'm not on top of my wife is because she got to get up in the morning. But I appreciate you, brothers and sisters, for ride with me. But I'm talking about the trolls. If you don't like what I do, go find something else to do. You ain't got a woman? You ain't got kids to go play with? And I mean, like with their Tonka trucks or PS5s, if you can afford to get them that. But you're here monitoring what I do because you ain't shit. But back to the show. This was a bad move by whoever did that to this dude, Charlie Kirk. This was a bad move and it was ugly. It's so stupid. This guy's now a legend. Thanks. Thank you. Like we needed that shit. Pray for Creasy. Salute. Yeah, just sparked. They hit Bill Gates with a pie. I remember that. It's on YouTube. A bunch of these politicians got hit with pies. Come on now. I don't care what these dudes will say. I don't care. We're in America, right? You can say what you want, and it can be fucked up. You say what you want, guess what? I'm gonna say what I want. Is it unfair how we're treated? Of course. But what are you gonna do about it? You gonna shoot him? I'll be damned. But I want you guys to understand, it can happen to any one of us online. Dude in Vegas got shot over some YouTube bullshit in front of his girl over the summer. I was like, look at this shit. Pulled out a gun and shot him dead in front of his girl. So he's dead, right? He's dead. And the guy that pulled the trigger got caught. He's in jail. Over what exactly? Over what? I keep it simple on my channel, man. Now you can say, man, I'm happy to see him go. Go ahead, man. You can say that, man. Say whatever it is the hell you want to say. But when you look for revenge, you dig two graves, man. That dude in Las Vegas was riding around Vegas looking for homie. Found him. Dude went live on the strip. He found him, walked up on him. They start talking. Dude pulled out a gun. He was like, you really? Shorty was like, you really about to shoot somebody? Shot him dead. She goes screaming. People are walking like, yo, what the hell? Yeah, ES, the YouTuber, man. Think, what the hell's going on? He walks off, get in the car, and then he's caught. Now, what the hell did he say online that got you in your feelings? And I heard it was over content. It wasn't, oh, when I see you, we gonna fight. Or no. I heard it was over content. What? Man, flag that shit and move on. But congratulations, you motherfuckers made this guy a martyr. They're gonna name a block after him, a building. There's gonna be college funds in his name. I'm looking at the news right now. Suspect fired a single shot from a nearby rooftop. Now, some of the things he spoke about in the black community, it was a lot of half-truths, but watch this. What do you think he was saying when these YNs got on social media telling the armed forces, the military, don't bring your ass to Chicago? Come on, YNs. I know you're here. I know one's here. The Blaxican is in here. Figure Drummond. I see you had a lot to say. So now I'm talking to you. You bounced out of here earlier this morning because it got too hot for you. I get it. But now you may speak. If you're even subscribed. You should have been subscribed to me for more than a day. What do you think he was saying? What do you think that this man that was killed in front of his family today, what do you think he was saying about the YNs all over TikTok telling on themselves? What do you think he was saying? Hey, this is why the military has to go to Chicago. I mean, look at what they're saying. Look at that. Let me ask y'all a question. Haven't we been hearing about Chicago for the last at least 6 years? I mean, hard, 6 years. At least. And I'm lowballing it. I had family in Chicago. And I remember in the 80s, I ain't going to get into the story. But I know that there were guns dropped in those neighborhoods. Guns on one part of the block, and 3 blocks over, there was crates of ammunition. And these are not firearms you buy in a gun store. These are military-issued firearms. Why do these kids have them in Chicago? How'd they get there? So all of these things we knew about Chicago, all these things we're hearing about Baltimore and D.C., the nation's capital. And all you see is black and brown people blowing each other away and the honest people making a living. They're like, man, I get nervous going to work every day. I get nervous going to work every fucking day. And these are people that work for a living. They got to worry about gang violence. And these don't be like grown people. These be like 12-year-olds. Cutting people. Stabbing people. Shooting people. Robbing them. For what? All of these things. You know the amount of shit that doesn't make the news? And then when the public says, I'm tired of this, you know what? Trump going to send the National Guard here. You know what? I'm with that. Maybe I can get a decent night's sleep. Maybe I ain't got to worry about me and the family coming home from work. You got Bloods over here. You got Crips over here. And then when Trump says, enough's enough, I have to protect the public. I got to send the military into these goddamn cities. And I know the conversation gets very deep. I understand that. Mark, salute, brother. I know your city's in turmoil right now. But I'm glad you're safe. Now y'all gonna get mad at Trump because he wants to fix the city. And I know, oh man, the kids are out there because they took away the after school programs and the money that they could have put in the programs, they decided to house migrants. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know what the flip side to that shit is, though? Look, I had an opportunity growing up to do a lot of stupid shit. I did. I had an opportunity to do a lot of stupid shit. You know why I didn't do it? Because I like my freedom. There you go. I'm not a street dude. I don't look good in an orange jumpsuit or whatever state you in, a white and black striped one. I don't look good in it. I promise you I don't. I don't. Everyone say, fuck the police. Yeah, all right. Let the police go on strike in your city. Some of y'all are very familiar where you live. And I want you to think right now. Some of y'all live in great neighborhoods, but I want y'all to think. If the police in your city or town went on strike for 1 week. Are you going to work? What do you think about it? You sending those kids to school? Man, it's going to be, what's that movie? Where they pick one day out the year, you can do what you want. It's a whole series. Yeah. Let NYPD go on strike. I'm going to tell you something. Let me just say this. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But most people, the purge, thank you. I'll be fine. Me and mines, I will be fine. Trust me. Everybody around me, we holding. Everybody, I'm talking about everybody. We all holding. So we not worried. I'll go to the store and I'll come home. YN act up, he's getting splattered on the wall. He or she. Girls get it too. Stay the fuck out my way. But all the ladies will stay in the house. Feel me? During the pandemic, things was getting kind of rough. I told the wife, don't move, stay in the house. Stay your ass in the house. Me and my pops and my brother, we went, no, my brother had caught the COVID. He was a CO. He caught it at work. Can you believe that? It's crazy. So me and my pops, we was making the runs to the store. And we were hot stepping. And anybody got out of line, you know what time it was. Because we didn't hide it. Yup, that's on the hip. Don't even try it. You will get this work and it'll be the last thing you ever do. Word is bond. So now you got Chicago. I've been hearing about Chicago in rap songs. I've been seeing dumb shit on TV, on Instagram. It's a mess. The shit look like Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. You goddamn monkeys don't know how to act. I watched this stupid ass YN. I started to download all of these Instagram or TikTok videos, and I said, I ain't doing this. Y'all seen them. And what's bad is this YN was talking about, hey man, y'all don't know we different out here. Y'all go ahead and send the military, man. We got some shit that'll do this and do that. And I'm watching them. I'm like, you know what? This can't be real life. Here's what you don't know. If Trump decides, hey man, we about to go to Chicago. It's bad over there. We got to fix it. Let me give you a little warning. Just because you just heard it a week ago, surprise, they're already there. Y'all do know that, right? They're already there. There's already a group of people in there surveying shit. They done went up in all your social media. Oh, this guy's a problem. Oh, he's with this gang, and he lives over here, and his rival live over there, and he did this, and he look, that's him going to the store right there. His mama live over there, and bup. They already got you. They already got you. You don't see them. So that shit you popping on the internet is just for the internet. But when they decide to bust a move, I would strongly suggest you stand down. I strongly suggest you stand down. Because they got some shit that'll knock your head right off your shoulders. You won't even know it. You'll be walking the next, you'll just drop. What happened? Yeah. All of that shit y'all be standing on the corner and shit, they will wet that whole block. They will mow your ass down. And this is another thing that was talking with my boy about this today. I said, some of those videos that these assholes are putting out, there's probably people looking at that saying, I don't even know who homie is. Who's that? I never seen him before. He say he out here, but I don't know who that is. Listen, do not be surprised if those are paid ops. Do not be surprised if they're not CIA agents. Don't be surprised. Some of these cats are looking for reasons to do shit. When we tried to tell y'all, man, act accordingly, be well behaved, act accordingly. Well, we told y'all that. They put the guns and drugs in our neighborhood. Did we have to do it? No. But what do most niggas think? Self-preservation. That's right, Brian. This might be CIA agents. You might see the most thugged out looking nigga with the big old Rick Ross beard, and he's talking the biggest and throwing up all kinds of gang signs. Other dudes are looking at that like, yeah, I know those signs, but I don't know him. Who is that? Yeah, he know the block, but I don't know him. Who is that? Yeah, all right. Let me tell you why it ends in Chicago right now. And I'm just giving y'all some food for thought. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway. They're already there. You just don't see them. They're not gonna up and say, okay, today's the day, we're going in there blind. No, they do their homework. They do their goddamn homework. They know your names. They know your social security number. They know how many siblings you got. They know how many baby mamas you got. They know who you're cheating with. They know everything. They know everything. Y'all are going to be unprepared. By the time you see them, it's already over. I mean, really think about it. You see the military walking down the street, what you gonna do? Stand there and suck your teeth? That's as far as it better go. Ain't gonna fuck with you. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. Autism. Blue collar guy, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. I'm telling you right now. What you gonna do? And that one nigga in your group that always likes to pop off and set shit off, you better be far away from him. Because that's going to be the nigga getting you in trouble. I can't believe some of the shit I was listening to on social media. Don't come out here. You ain't ready for what we got. I'm like, oh my God. Let me explain something. You know what I said a long time ago? I said, when you get caught, and you're connected to gang activity, right? I always felt that once they can confirm you're with a gang and you have a paper trail, I think you should be charged with terrorism. And a lot of people are like, what? What do you mean? Oh, no, you ain't gonna do it. No. That's how you stop the bullshit. We got a gang problem in some of these cities. We do. And what you do, you hit them with the terrorist. There's a terrorism law or something. And you set the standard. You start catching some of these YNs and you lock them up and you give them fed time. Yo, I was just walking with these niggas. And yeah, you know what they've done? You know how they got in the movies? They got these boards and they got one face here and the string goes to this face and that face. Yeah, and somewhere down there is you. So you get hit with that terroristic act, man, automatic 15 years. That'll learn you. Yes, sir. I always said that. That's how you fix it. Now, what's the purpose of the U.S. military? To protect us from all threats, foreign and domestic. Y'all know what domestic means? See, I now got to talk to the YNs. Do y'all even know what domestic means? Probably don't. Probably don't. And it's a state of emergency if they got to take time out of their fucking day to send the military to a goddamn American city because you YNs don't know how to act. Go ahead now, remind me, Charlie Kirk was killed today. And a lot of you don't like what he had to say about black people. Are they going to Chicago to fuck with white people? And I know they done put guns and drugs. I'm gonna say it again. They put guns and drugs in our community. But why do we still have to act like that? You think Charlie Clark didn't, I keep calling him Clark. You think Charlie Kirk didn't comment on the YN thing? Matter of fact, when he had that debate, he mentioned the death rate of black on black crime in one of his debates. And there was a stat there that man, if I was sitting there, I'd have body bagged him. But I wasn't. But he was arguing with a bunch of emotional college students with multicolored hair. Online, whenever there was a black person killed by a white cop, we all get in there, RIP, oh my God, the police, and da-da-da-da-da. There was always some person that hid behind the avatar, and they always brought up what city? Chicago. But Chicago, y'all mad at this cop for doing his job, but y'all kill each other every day. That's not exactly accurate, but black on black crime. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck that has to do with George Floyd catching the knee on his neck. Don't know about that. What happened with Sandra Bland? Anytime we caught it, they brought up Chicago. And I, for one, I'm just sick of it because I know people that live in Chicago and they're sick of it. Yep. Yeah, Tim, I saw it. I have it right here on my phone. I didn't even know what the hell I was looking at first. He was ranting about black street gangs and bang! I was like, what the fuck? What is this? I'm like, yo, is this real? Yep. But let me ask you a question, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. For the most part, everyone in here is black or Blaxican or whatever you are. Don't tell me whether you're in a city right now or you came from a city where there were certain places where your black ass, and you're black, you knew not to walk through. Ain't nothing but other black people there. You be like, you know what? We got to go the long way because that area right there, it's a war zone. Okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is you YNs are giving this dude in the White House a reason. Y'all could disarm him in 7 days. Just put the guns down. Stop shooting at each other and hug each other. Learn how to plant, you grow some trees in your goddamn neighborhood. Take your drug money and build up a park. Curb your dogs. I live in New York. You know how many times I've been on a train late at night or early in the morning and enter walks a group of black people, well, as I'm going further uptown where I live. Now, for the most part, it was nothing. But don't act like for 2 seconds your guard ain't go up. Like, yo, you know what? It might go down. It might go down. Look what the brother Melvin says. I don't even go back to the area I was raised in for that reason. You see what I'm saying? So it's safe to say that we know our people, right? All I'm saying is, why can't we take responsibility and make the appropriate changes and stop giving these fucking assholes, these racists, a reason? Take away their talking points. Take away their talking points. Stop it. shooting this dude was not the answer. And as a matter of fact, yo, y'all, and I'm talking about y'all because I'm not putting myself in this shit. Black Lives Matter, that was a mind fuck in itself. I don't know who did this to this dude. Fuck around, there might be some dude that he pissed off on YouTube during a debate. Someone from the comment section that got mad at him, and he just so happened to have skills with a rifle. We don't know who did it. But it's gonna be worse. If it's a person of color, that's gonna look bad. That's gonna look so goddamn bad. But I want to know, what does that person rep? What's their gripe? You just don't shoot people for no reason, right? Now I know, Timothy, the younger generation was born into this, so therefore this behavior has become normalized. But I get annoyed when I'm the voice of reason. I say, yo, look, just put this down. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. And then I get looked at, oh, you're an old nigga. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, old nigga. But you niggas is killing yourselves. And now y'all complaining about Trump. All of y'all are old enough to vote. Y'all ain't even go to the goddamn polls. Man, my vote don't matter. Okay. That's why Cornel West ain't win. You want to play my mom and dad vote Democrat, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay on the Democrat plantation. You didn't even do that. You didn't even give Kamala Harris your vote. Detroit says it was a 65-year-old white man. No, they released him, bro. I thought they had him too. It was an old white man, bald head with glasses. They had him on the ground. They took him in. They interrogated him. They released him. It was on the news. I'm looking right at it. I thought they had him. It wasn't him. Ain't that some shit? It's not him. I thought they had him too, bro. So we gonna see. Can't wait. I can't wait to see who it is. See, before, we used to be able to say, hey, man, ain't no black person did that shit. Mass shootings, that was a white person thing. School shootings, when that became popular, that was a white person thing. It was. Not anymore. Right now on TikTok, they had the flag, well, they trying to flag this, I don't know what, it's a woman with a beard and pierced in her nose. She got nose rings, talking about giving sex classes to children. Yo, this is ridiculous. Shaquilla Field, salute, Queen. So now there's a whole manhunt in Utah. And this is why I say you got to be very careful about the shit you say online. Because right now, everybody's a suspect. I've seen so much shit. Some person put up a tweet, a copy of a tweet. Charlie Kirk is coming to my school tomorrow. And they made something about something, the way it can be interpreted was like, oh, it's going to be target practice. Now that person clearly, we haven't found him yet, but let's say that person was playing target practice. Now that tweet is out there and today this dude gets blicked off. Now the FBI wants to talk to you because of some dumb shit you said. G tatted up, salute to you, good brother. Much love. Thank you so much. Now you got to answer to some shit. You was just talking your shit. You probably wasn't even going to go to the place. But now they're like, yeah, is this your tweet? Yeah, we want to talk to you. We got questions. Young Hollywood, salute. Detroit native in the building. Back in the South, salute. You got to be careful, man. Young Reek, salute. And I do believe that, Young Reek. That was a hit, bro. Come on, man. No person can just grab a goddamn assault. First of all, where the fuck you getting an assault rifle from that can shoot from that far? Walmart? Let me tell you how much of a culture shock it was. We just came from Vegas, right? So me and Queen 71, we went to a Walmart, right? We go to Walmart, right? And again, I'm from New York, so we go to Walmart and we was looking for a cooler. So we found some coolers, and I had to get some ice. And I walked by the electronics. I always walk past electronics. I'm a sucker for that. And I'm like, do I need something? I need some new headsets and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking. I turned the corner, and I looked up. Guns. And I'm staring like, this ain't the toy section. And I said, oh, my God. I'm on the West Coast. You should have seen the shit behind the glass. Boy, Black Martial Arts Society, salute. Yeah. And I stared at it for about a good 3 minutes. Queen walks up. She said, what you looking at? And I said, this ain't normal to me, right? This is a fucking gun. I can literally ask and say, yo, can I hold that? Look at this shit. It's in Walmart. I ain't used to this. Different world. And we was on a highway. We saw that sign that said Utah, this way, X amount of miles. So I'm just wondering, the person that did that was not no rookie. He was not a beginner. That was a headshot, man. Mission accomplished. I'm willing to bet that person is certified. If he wasn't just one of those gun freaks that bust shots every day, I'm willing to bet he was military. If he's military, I'm not going to be surprised if he's gone, bro. I'm not going to be surprised. It's a fucked up world we live in, man. It's crazy. But back to these YNs. What the fuck do y'all think y'all gonna do to the military? Let me tell you something. Let's say y'all get something off. Man. Paul Carrick, salute, brother. Let's say y'all get something off and the first wave of the National Guard go in there and y'all start busting shots and somebody get hit. And I mean, all right. Now what happens when that goddamn tank come rolling down the block? Or that bulletproof Humvee? What y'all gonna do now? What happens when they send a paratrooper down there when it's nighttime and they start putting on their night vision? What happens when they cut the power to the whole block and you can't see? They come bust your ass with night vision. Then what? You gonna cry racism? Let me ask you another question. Now, Melvin, they said it was like 500 plus. That's what they said. I'm only going off what the news said. They said it was 500 plus feet. Now, I've shot plenty of times, but that sniper shit is different. You got to know the wind and everything else. I mean, I've never shot a sniper rifle at all. So, what do I know? Check this out. To the YNs in Chicago making these threats to the goddamn military. Quick question. What are y'all fighting over? That's my question. What exactly are you fighting for? Your hood is fucked up. Crime is up. Think about it. Think about what I'm asking. Crime is up. Your hood is fucked up. You're not adding anything positive to your neighborhood at all. So what are you fighting for exactly? You want to keep your hood fucked up? You want to keep robbing and stealing? You still want people to get caught in crossfires? How many people got blicked off during Labor Day weekend? In Chicago, how many people ate it in Chicago? Was it Chicago? I know it was an insane amount of people. I'm like, dude, motherfuckers, y'all wait for holidays to start lighting people up? What's wrong with you? Phenomenal Mexican said like 58. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 58 people, all 58 people, did they deserve that? Did they deserve it? Imagine eating a hot dog. Yeah, man, you know, I'm starting school and then boom. Huh? What? Do you remember the infamous situation? And I believe it was Chicago. Where dude was busting shots out the window at the Cabrini houses. You remember the Cabrini houses? Dude was busting out a window. He saw one of his ops at a bus stop. So he went to the window and started shooting out the window. All right, from a distance where you would need a goddamn rifle. But he's shooting out the window, hit everybody but his op. And guess who the person he killed was? It was a child. Dude ended up turning himself in. And when they say, well, what do you got to say for yourself? You know what he said? Y'all remember this? Bullet ain't got no name on it. Not I'm sorry. Not I was trying to hit this guy. I'm sorry to the parents. Nope. Nigga said bullet ain't got no name on it. Well, safe to say, Cabrini houses are not there anymore. They tore those buildings down. The problem was everybody in there was relocated to different neighborhoods, and some time popped up, more gangs popped up. How do I know? Had family over there. Sure did. Andre Jones, salute. Tone, what up? He said 100 people got shot in one day, one summer, 4th of July, and no one got caught. See what I mean? And then when Donald Trump says, hey, yeah, you know, I'm going to, I don't know what's going on in Chicago, man. You know, we got to send the military over there. You get a group of niggas talking about, hey, it's racist, all around strong, salute. But then you got people that are taxpaying citizens saying, no, I'm scared every time I leave this house. Bullet came through my goddamn, I'm sleeping, man. It got so bad in New York during the crack era. Fucking Alpo had the block so hot, the kids had to go sleep in the bathroom in the bathtubs. Because there was so many shootouts that were going through the goddamn window and ricocheting all around the bedrooms. People were literally sleeping in the bathroom. You put the kids in the bathroom in the tub, the dry tub. Because it's the only place where the bullet couldn't ricochet. Can you believe that? We haven't learned anything. And now they're sending the National Guard to these states. Now they sent them to DC. Some people are saying, no, it's bullshit. They ain't need to be over here. But then I've seen a lot of people that live there saying, nope. It's quiet out here in these streets. These YNs ain't outside. Amongst other things. All around strong. If I missed you, salute. That's right. So all these people crying racism. There's a lot of people in these cities like, nope, come on through. In fact, they're going to start snitching. They're going to start snitching. Nope, these niggas over here in that building, you know, they're doing this, and that. But you know what? Don't even worry about it. By the time you YN start, by the time y'all see the government, guess what? It's going to be too late. They're already there. that new friend you just made that had that good marijuana, to that chick you thought you was about to smash. Everybody's an op. Y'all finna get this work, because you know what? Y'all are not as smart as you think. But again, let me go back to my original question. Oh, exactly, Brian. Where's Oppo now? Yeah? If you know, you know. And guess what, Brian? Who took him out? It was a YN. And I heard they were fighting over some girl. So you did all that work. You do a bid, you come out to get off by a YN. Ain't that something? It's not a YN talking about we about to fight the military. Please, I want to see how that turns out. They're going to drop a building on y'all ass. Y'all going to be in y'all little apartment, smoking, drinking, playing your Xbox/PS5, and the whole building going to collapse with y'all in it. YNs are not a reflection of me and what I represent at all. There are no YNs in my family. I was never a YN growing up. I fit the mold, but when it came time for, I had two of my friends that were trying to put in real work. I said, y'all go ahead. I'll see y'all. And I told y'all about my boy. He hopped in a car with some unidentifieds. They was like, yo, man, let's go to the chicken spot. And I walked up on that car and I looked in. No key in the ignition. And a portion of the dashboard was missing. I'm like, this shit's stolen. I said, nah, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. Oh, and it had no back plate. I'm like, all right. My nigga left, and we didn't see him for 15 years. No bullshit. One of those out of sight, out of mind things. A couple of days went by. We just thinking, okay, he's doing something. Then, school started. That was my first year of college. Nigga just vanished. His family moved. And I just assumed, and then we realized, what happened to? I don't want to say his name. I was like, what? Yo. We know his family moved, but we didn't see him. Nigga pops up. We have a Father's Day game out here every year. And he pops up. He's like, yo, where you been? He's like, what you mean? Where you been? So you ain't know? No. Man, I got locked up. What? Yo, that night, my boys came through. We hopped in the car, man. And he told us the whole story, and he got caught up in it. 15 joints. And you know what they said? Yo, we got room, man. We gonna go to the chicken spot. And I was hungry. And I said, I looked. There was no key in that ignition. I said, nope. If I want that chicken that bad, I'll walk. You know what he said to us? He said, man, all I had to do is not get in that car, bro. If I never got in that car, he got in that car, and whatever they did resulted in somebody dying at a store. He didn't do it, but what I tell you about that little term, y'all remember that term I told Sugar Hill? What was it? In concert. So he got hit with something in concert. And you know where he fucked up? All he had to do was leave that situation and report it. But that's snitching, right? So now he's sitting in court. He said, man, I really thought, and his boy said, oh, nah, he didn't do it, though. He was just there. You know what they hit him with? The person that got done dirty had a lawyer. They said, yeah, but why didn't he report it? It's his duty to report a crime. He didn't do it. It resulted in this guy's death. So you got hit with it in concert. And 15 years, I'm like, man, that's a little extreme. He said, man, that's where the ethnicity thing came in. Young, black, car was stolen. The gun that was used had bodies on it. He was lucky that he got 15 joints. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. He got hit with 15. He didn't do all of it. I forgot to tell y'all that. He did 8. He got hit with 15 and did 8. His other 2 friends Life. They ain't coming out ever. But I said, you lucky. They didn't throw you under the bus. They said, hey, he was just there. He ain't do nothing. He was just in the car. I was like, yeah, but he had a responsibility to say something. Sorry, you got to get hit with this. Can you believe that shit? Yeah, G-tatted, man. See, bro, I've been not in a lot. I've been in that situation, and there's a few more situations where I'm like, man, if I'd have went here, this would have happened. I'd have went here. I remember I was so mad. Yo, bro, story time. I was about 16, 17, and it was a weekend, wintertime. So my friends was like, yo, there's a party uptown Harlem, right? And y'all remember the DJ Kid Capri? Used to do the Def Jam comedy. Kid Capri, he was DJing at this party. And they said, if we get there now, they're only going to charge us $5 at the door. You know what I mean? Come through, blah, 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 blah. I said, bet. So, whole day goes by, and all I could do is think about this party because there was a group of girls there that, we wanted to see. So all my friends was going. There was like 10 of us. So then my boy calls me. He says, "Are you coming?" I'm like, yeah. Hold on. So I jump in the bathroom real quick. I get myself a lineup, whatever, and I get dressed. I put on my cologne. I had on a fresh pair of Timbs that I only wore on special occasions. Had a fresh pair of Timbs, fresh. I had some baggy jeans on. I'll never forget it. It was hunter green, the Timbs, and I had a matching turtleneck. I was killing it. So I put on my coat. I had a black Goose bubble. I was ready. I walked down the hallway, and something told me, be quiet about it, because I had to walk past my mom's room. And you know how the coat be hitting the wall? Shh. My mom just sat up like the Undertaker. She says, "Where you going now? It's Friday night, right?" She said, "Where you going?" No, I'm sorry. She said, "Where you think you're going?" And I looked at her, I laughed. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to a party." Didn't even ask me where. She said, I said, "Wait, oh, Mom, what do you mean, She said, get your ass back in there and play some Nintendo or something. No, I don't want you out this house tonight. I was like, wait, hold on. I was, now any other time, I'm not a street kid, and it was cold outside. So she knew I was going somewhere. She said, And I'm like, wait, hold on, chill. I said, wait. Now it's winter time, so it was getting dark like at 5 p.m. Right? It was getting dark like around 5. But we was gonna head down to Harlem. We were gonna hop on a 5 train, head down to Harlem. And we was gonna be back uptown like around maybe 10. And it was Friday. Normally, we go to one of our boys' house, whoever had the video, whoever's mama wasn't having it, whoever's mama was cool that night, we just go bring the Genesis games over there, the Nintendo games over there, and chill at that person's house. It was cold. But she said, "Nope, don't want you outside tonight." And I don't know. And I'm like, wait, hold on. She said, "Nope." Bro, and I was at that point, I was at that age where you don't really go back and forth with your mom. I was like 16, 17. It was more like 17. You know what I'm saying? I had a little hair on my face. And I said, and I'm standing there like, and she gave me the look, like, go sit your ass, get from my door, you're not going out. I went in the room and I'm standing there. Here go my brother. Clipped your wings, didn't you? I was like, nigga, shut up, man. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to get out the crib. Ain't no way to get out the crib. And I sat on the bed. I'm fully dressed. Nice, fresh lineup. And I'm like, so then my boy calls me back. He's like, yo, we outside. Where you at? I say, I can't go. They was like, oh, all right, man. Yo, we hit you when you get back. And he got off the phone. Called me from a payphone. There was no cell phones back then. This is the early 90s. And I'm sitting there, bro, I wanted to cry. So what did I do? I took my coat off, hung it up. Took my shirt off, hung it up. Now I'm smelling all crispy and, looking all good. And I'm in the house. What did I do? I cut on the Genesis. I started playing the video games. But I'm mad as hell. I said, I wanted to go outside. All those girls going to be there. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, Saturday morning, my phone rings. Here go my boy. He said, yo, what happened? Nigga. I said, uh-oh. Nigga was like, yo. I ain't gonna say his name. He said, so-and-so, so-and-so? He wasn't like with us, but he lived down there. And went to school with us. He was gonna meet us at the spot. I said, yeah. He gone. What you mean he gone? Bro, something happened and there was a fight. He broke out. And dude did this and that, and the dude came back, blew past the goddamn bouncers, walked up on him, pieced him 2 times in the face. He gone. Dude was like in my science class or some shit. And the whole thing was a clusterfuck. They almost got into some bullshit on a train with some niggas. Then they got down there. Of course, Kid Capri ain't show up. Come to find out, the goddamn I'm thinking BBO salute. I'm thinking the party was at a like an event center or whatever the fuck. They said that shit was like in a school gym. And they had some people performing on the stage or some sort of talent contest. They said it was real like bootleg. I'm like, what? And then homie that was in my science class, I think he was in my science class, I forgot, took 2 slugs to his mug and it was over with. The girls that said they were going to be there, they didn't show up. Then they said when they got inside, there was more like the male to female ratio was uneven. So like for every 1 chick, there was like 5 niggas. Because back then you just went to parties to talk to the girls. What happens when the girls don't show up? It's a goddamn sausage fest. Then somebody sneaking some drink in there, and then the next thing you know, somebody's bumping someone a little too hard, and people start fighting. I'm like, oh shit. So I said, well, what happened? He said, we left, got back uptown and got some White Castles, came home. You ain't missed shit but bullets. I will never forget that. Not saying that something would have happened to me, but you never know. You never know. So he died. Of course, they caught that kid. Life's over. He's probably still in prison. I don't know. But I'll never forget that. My mom said, no, you're going to take your ass in that room and play some video games. You play those video games instead of doing your homework. Now I'm telling you, go play those video games, you mad. Get from in front of my door. I was like, oh, man, she shut my whole life down. And I was mad as hell. Mama knows best, right? And I thought things were rough back then. The 90s, getting jumped was like a part of life. Toughened you up. Now these YNs, they drink too much lean and do too much smoking. They can't even do 5 push-ups. They got bird chests. They don't fight. They got access to all of these guns. And now you done giving this orange motherfucker in the White House to come and blow your brains out. You know something? Go ahead and say it. Some of y'all need to be removed. Some of y'all need to be in prison. Some of y'all just need to be gone. Just absolutely gone. Because there's no rehabbing you clowns. There's none. You can't rehab you. And I look, I'm old now, man. I have a short tolerance, man. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't have any tolerance. Because we preach and we march and we preach and we march and we talk up the community and we try and help the community. We show patience, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Every time I turn around, ignorance, 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 man. I can't stand you. So you're going to deal with the consequences. If you YNs want to go fight the military in Chicago, be my guest. I'm be sitting here with popcorn. Don't get mad at me. I told y'all not to do it. I'd rather see y'all put the Glocks down or whatever you packing, the Desert Eagles or flamethrowers, rocket launchers, whatever you're doing. I'd rather see you take your drug money and put it back into your community, build some goddamn playgrounds for these kids, start a Big Brother program so the fatherless kids can't turn out like your dumbass. Put together college funds, help these kids get something on their resume so colleges will look at them. Scholarship programs. Do something. Instead of running through the streets killing each other. I don't see Jewish people doing this to each other. We could have a lot of economic power if we behaved a certain way. But no, y'all go for self. You know what I never liked? That line in Juicy, Biggie. Shout out to the women that try to call the police on me, and I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. Man, shut the fuck up. If you're gonna fuck up my community because you want to feed your daughter, you can get a job with your fat ass. I never liked that line, man. I never liked that line. That's stupid. Drug dealers are the most lazy and inconsiderate slime ball pieces of trash you could ever see, especially in the community. And if they're in your community doing it, their own community where they rest their head, poisoning it, they need to go. If you're shooting up your neighborhood and you're selling drugs in your neighborhood, I have no sympathy for you. So you YNs want to go ahead and fight the U.S. military? Be my guest. I don't want to hear it. Al Sharpton, shut the fuck up. Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar, all of you, shut up. Shut up. Don't get in the middle of this. Let it go, man. Do not get in the middle of this. Leave that shit alone. Because these YNs are literally asking for it. And here's what you black folks need to understand. These YNs are not what you represent. I'm telling you right now, there's no rehabbing or saving them. This is what they want to do. Let them do it. Every time you try to give them some advice, use an old nigga, use a cornball. You know what? I'll stay to myself then. Good luck. And I don't mean literally good luck. I hope you get everything you're asking for. I'll be right here with my popcorn. And I want to count the bodies. And I want triple the amount of bodies that y'all catch on every 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, at the beach, at the public pools. I want grenades rolling in your goddamn living room. You know, like in the movies where the villains are sitting there talking and then one grenade rolls in and they look down like, oh shit, boom. Goodbye. I want you gone. I need these cities to be better places. Now, old boy that just died today, that was just snuffed. I'm sure if he said exactly what I said, you say he's racist. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm talking to the black people in here. I asked you earlier. Y'all either come from or been through neighborhoods where the only people you worried about are the people that look like you. What the fuck you supposed to do about that? And if you know what you know, why is it that when a white man says, hey man, I don't like this shit, that you guys could talk about, oh man, it was a long plan and they put the guns and drugs. All of that is true. But now that we know what the play was, why are we playing into it? This is why I'm not sympathetic. One of the brothers earlier said, you know, these kids been born into it. You know what? It's our job to teach them. This is why the neighborhood looks like this. This is why. And this is what we need to do to get better. Because if we don't change sooner or later, I've been saying this in the 90s. I said, man, this shit's so bad. One day they're going to send the government in there to help the police. And I remember me and my friends having big old arguments. No, they'll never do that. I said, if it get bad enough, it'll be on some Escape from New York shit. Y'all remember the first Escape from New York? New York got so bad it became a citywide prison. The Duke of New York, played by Isaac Hayes. Yeah, y'all don't know about that. Wake up and smell the failure. We did this and we can fix it. The military comes in to Chicago and y'all see them. Don't give them shit to do. Threatening them online, it's not gonna look good for you. As soon as you cut that fat motherfucker, as soon as you did that video, they found you. If you're not an op, if he wasn't planted there to get all these other niggas turned up around Chicago who don't even know who he is. Yeah, I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's repping, but you know what? I'm with that. So when they show up, I'm gonna turn up. When you out there shooting at the goddamn police, you're gonna notice you'll never see that fat boy with the beard. He set you up. This will be funny, man. Y'all go ahead and fight the military. Y'all go right ahead, man. Y'all go right ahead. Y'all go right ahead. Y'all go right ahead. I'm gonna be right here. Like, hey, man. Y'all all right? I hope y'all know how to talk with holes in your chest. What's your favorite cheese? Swiss. They're gonna bust y'all ass. I hope you know that. They're gonna bust y'all ass. Y'all saw what happened to Charlie Kirk today? That's gonna be y'all. That's gonna be y'all. They're gonna single-handedly bust y'all ass. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You can't do anything about it. Here's the funny part. Y'all think y'all can shoot? You think you can shoot? Yeah, all right. Military about to show you that you can't. Go help out the brother Autism Boy. Go subscribe to this channel, man. Salute to you, young brother. Yes, sir. Copper, what up? How does it feel to know that a guy like Charlie Kirk was right about you? How does it feel? Yeah, exactly, Eric L. They're going to see a real life Call of Duty. Look at this. I see Trump on TV talking right now from the Oval Office. I'm telling you, he's salty right now. And y'all, bro, I can't wait till they find this person. I can't wait to see what he says, what his Twitter says, who he is, who trained him, if any. I can't wait. They're going to link him to somebody because it's rare that this guy, he could be an isolated person acting on his own. But they're going to say, okay, this is who he was listening to. He used to comment on this person's Twitter or YouTube page. I'm telling you. Let me ask you this. What if you find out he's a YouTuber? What if you find out he was always leaving comments on this guy's goddamn posts, on Kirk's post, and making threats? I'll go straight to YouTube, be like, yo, y'all ready to take this shit serious now? All these death threats that we get? Y'all ready to create a hotline now? That's a job description. Hire 3,000 people in all 50 states to take phone calls. Yeah, I was threatened on YouTube by this account. Run that through the law enforcement, screenshot it, run it through the law enforcement, and say, okay, this comes from this IP address. And give them a visit. Y'all know it's that simple, right? And that bullshit on YouTube will stop. But I can't wait to see. What if the shooter's a YN? I doubt it. YNs don't shoot like that. Y'all go ahead. But you know what I have that's what I did this meme. That's why I did it like this. You know what I think is going to happen? Military is going to do a test walk so y'all can see them through the hood. And y'all niggas going to run off. Good choice. Don't fuck with the military, YNs. That's the only advice I'm giving you. Don't fuck with these guys. They'll put you in the dirt and they'll get away with it. And that's another thing. They're going to start charging y'all cats with this terrorism shit. Then what you going to do? Nothing? Well, I'm going to get out of here. Talk this boxing in the AM, man. Salute to y'all, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Salute to everybody. Ben Moselle, Cash App, Super Chat. We told my bud and Canelo all week. So it'll be an open panel tomorrow. And y'all stay safe out here, man. Y'all stay YN free. Stay black. Stay blessed. Love y'all. Go subscribe to my Patreon. Go subscribe to the Patreon. Go, God damn it. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon. Drew Titan, LLC. Damn, I'm handsome. Y'all see y'all in the AM, man. Take it gently.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.